Do you advocate your needs for your anxiety or OCD? We're going to talk all about it. Stay tuned. That's what's up next. Hi, my name is Natasha Daniels. I'm a therapist. I make videos for people with anxiety or OCD. And today I want to talk to you about finding your voice, advocating for yourself when it comes to your anxiety or OCD. So a lot of times we can get used to other people advocating for us, whether that is your parent or your therapist or even a partner if you're older. And one of the most powerful things that we can do for ourselves is learn to find our voice, because there are times where our anxiety or OCD gets in the way of us being successful. It might, impact your grades. It might impact your performance, whether it's in school or work or in sports or an extracurricular activity. It might make it harder for you to be successful compared to other people because you're dealing with some extraneous issues, some other things that are making it hard for you. And this can look different obviously for each person, but learning how to, one, let somebody know that this is impacting your anxiety or OCD can be huge. Now, I want to say before we move forward, the goal isn't that everybody, falls down and accommodates our avoidance or does things to help our compulsions. We don't want to grow our anxiety or OCD, but there are times where, one, just them understanding why we're having a hard time or why we're doing some of the things that we're doing that may not make sense to them. That's key, right? So that understanding, that validation, so that there's a little bit more empathy there is huge, to know we're not trying to be difficult. We're not trying to be oppositional. We're struggling. This is what's happening. Two, there are things that can help us be more successful. And so it might not be like, hey, you should just let me wash my hands a gazillion times at school, but it might be, you should understand why I'm uncomfortable or why I'm distracted. Or maybe there's some sensory issues that add to your anxiety or OCD. Maybe you're not ready to sit next to the kid that completely triggers your OCD and you're working on it, but that's just a bridge too far. And because that person's sitting next to you, you can't focus, you can't take tests, you can't attend to what the teacher is saying. Or maybe, you're so concerned with your fear of throw up that you can't focus. And if you were sitting closer to the door, you would feel more comfortable. And yes, that is an accommodation, which we try not to do for our anxiety. But if it means that or not going to school at all, then that might be something that you want to advocate for. Now, sometimes in a school environment or even a college environment, depending on where you live, in the United States, we have 504 plans where you have like formal accommodations that the school is going to do. It's written down, it's a plan, and legally they have to do it. And even if you have that, sometimes kids feel uncomfortable voicing what is in their 504 plan or making sure that people follow it. And so my hope for you is for you to, one, feel empowered to communicate your struggles with those people that are around you, whether it's a teacher, a boss, a coach, or an instructor, and even maybe a friend or a friend's parent when you're somewhere that's making you uncomfortable or they're doing something that's making you uncomfortable. And then two, know your rights. What things will help you, whether they're your legal rights or whether they're just like, what, sitting next to this person is just not making me be able to take this test. Or I can't hear what the teacher is saying because I'm so distracted. I need to sit closer to the teacher. Or at work, I'm having a hard time with this shift because of this issue. And so I need to go to my boss and talk to them. Finding your voice to not be confrontational, but to be your own advocate and say, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to advocate for myself. I'm going to do the things that I need to do. Now, this takes time. You're not going to be able to do this overnight. A lot of times parents are doing this for you. Even partners can be doing this for you. The goal is for you to build those muscles to be able to do it for yourself. And so it might be that you sit down with your parent and you talk about how they're advocating for you and you become involved in it. Don't be a victim and have your parent just advocate for you and you just kind of, lay in your bedroom and not be part of it. Go to those meetings if they have meetings at school. Get your voice with the support of your parent. With my kids, I have written emails with them so they know that we're advocating together, or I'll help them write the email, or I'll have them tell me exactly how they want to convey something to the teacher. And over time, as they get older, I will tell them how to do it, but then I won't do it at all. I won't be part of it. And then over time, they're going to do it themselves. And that's the ultimate goal, is baby steps. Learning to get the support. How do I do this? What am I afraid of? What's the worst thing that can happen? And how do I voice this? Am I embarrassed to do it in front of other people? Okay, is there a time where I can go talk to this teacher or this boss or this friend without someone else around? Can I email them or text them? Can I do it in a way that is less stressful for me? But learning what you need in an environment and how to communicate that is so, so valuable. Not just for right now, but for your life. Because in general, it's a life skill to learn how to advocate and say, I can stand up for myself, or I can be my own best friend and I have my own back. And sometimes that's hard, especially if you have social anxiety or other anxiety issues that make you feel uncomfortable, or OCD and you're ashamed or embarrassed. It can be hard to have that voice. But when you get it and you build on it, it's very powerful. So I hope you'll start doing that, and I hope that you find the sparkle in everything you do. I'll talk to you again next Thursday. Take care.